Hello, you lovely lot. Today we're going to absolutely boss your birth by learning 3 really excellent breathing techniques. Now, any breathing technique you learn can be used from now in your pregnancy, if you're having a hard time at work, if you're just having trouble sleeping, anytime you need it, you can just bring any energy or stress or worry down by using a fantastic breathing technique. You can then use them during your labour and birth. And then post-birth, when you're overtired and the baby didn't come with an instruction manual or a label on the side, and you're feeling frustrated or angry, you've still got these amazing breathing techniques in your back pocket. And I'm going to teach you 3 quite distinct ones because we're all different and we like different things. My name is Melanie. I run Better Birth Stories. If you like my channel, please subscribe or hit the bell or share my videos with your friends, even the videos where I'm not using an auto cue and just going blah, 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 like today. So the first breathing technique I'm going to teach you is one that's actually already on our channel, and it's the basic breath. And I created the basic breath for all of the clients that I work with. So clients who can't get on an aeroplane, clients that don't like going shopping because there's too many people, clients that don't like spiders, clients that are using IVF, anyone that needs something they can use to just calm themselves and center themselves. Now, the basic breath is a breathing technique with a visualization. So the 2 go hand in hand, and I think that's why it's so effective. So the breathing technique. All we're going to do is breathe in through our nose and then out through your mouth, as if you're breathing out through a straw. In through your nose and then out through your mouth as if you're breathing out through a straw. So that's the breath. Now the visualization is see, sense or imagine or daydream that each time you breathe in, that breath is going to come through your fingertips. It's going to travel all the way up your arms to the top of your head, out the top of your head a few inches, and then the out breath is going to come back down through the center of your head, all the way down through your throat, your chest, around your baby, past your hips, your knees, your ankles, and out through the soles of your feet into the ground below you. So each time you breathe in, you're going to draw in the clear, clean air from around you, and it's going to come in through your fingertips all the way up. And then each time you breathe out, it's going to come back down through your head, your chest, around your baby. Check in with your baby as you go past your baby. Plant a kiss, see what they're up to. Hips, knees, ankles, and out through the soles of your feet. One more time. And while you continue breathing in that way, I'm just going to talk over the top and just say, I want you to know where your breath is in your body all the time. So that if I were to ask, where is the breath in your body? You could say, it's just come out the top of my head. Or if I were able to ask you where your breath is in your body, you would say, it's just gone past my baby. Yeah? And that way we remain connected. We are connected to this breath. It comes in and up. It goes down and out. And perhaps I could ask you what it feels like to have the breath cross against the palms of your hands. What does it feel like when those last little bits of your out breath come out the soles of your feet? It's a very connected breath, this. Okay? So when would you practice this breath? Well, anytime you need to. In clinic, I tend to refer to it as my boredom breath. So that if you're in the UK and you're in London and you're on the tube waiting for the Northern Line and you've got to wait 4 minutes, you can breathe for 4 minutes. That's 4 minutes worth of relaxing basic breath. If you're in your office and you're waiting for an email or someone to call you back, you can use that time. That's not dead space, that's time for you. If you haven't got a space in your office or your work environment or your day environment, you can go to the loo. And when you're sitting on the toilet, you can just breathe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. You know, if we could all take 1 or 2 mindful breaths each day, we would be calmer. We would be happier. And when we're going into labour, for each surge, each contraction that rises, it's going to surge into your body. It's going to rise up. You're just going to keep focused in through the fingertips, up to the top of your head and all the way down. That's all we're going to do through each surge. Focus. Where is the breath in your body? And this is going to keep bringing oxygen-rich blood to you, to your uterus, to your baby. And if we do get any snaffly little bits of adrenaline coming in, there'll be bumps in the road that we can just breathe through, so that when they're absorbed and gone, we're still moving through this labour, as opposed to letting that adrenaline go all out of proportion. So that's the basic breath. It's breath and visualization together, and you can use it all the way through your labour. Breathing technique number 2. Okay, this is a numbered breath. We're going to count in and we're going to count out. Okay, we're going to breathe in for the count of 4. Again, in through the nose. And then out through your mouth. But unlike the basic breath where I say breathe out as if you're breathing out through a straw, this time I just want you to really soften your jaw and soften your face. Looks quite funny, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not a big brrr. Yes, I've seen some of those breaths. It's just saying I'm just softening everything here. My lips are soft, and it's more of a sigh out than a controlled out, but you're still going to do it for the count of 6. So we breathe in for 4 and then out for 6. You see? So you're just softening this. We know to keep our jaw soft, okay? Floppy face, floppy fanny. So we breathe in. Ooh, we breathe in for 4. 2, 3, 4. Out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I know that you could do a 4-8. But I think that's actually quite hard to do in labour. So I think keep it reasonable. Do 4 in, 6 out. Okay. If you really were getting very good at this, you could even switch to a 7-11. But again, in labour, we will be going for more oxygen. Your body's going to be working very hard. So we don't want to be extending that out breath for too long and starting to feel that we're gasping for air. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that's number 2, counting. Now, both of those breaths, you've probably already noticed, are ratio breaths. With the basic breath, there's no counting, but I know if you follow the visualization, this is shorter than this all the way down to my feet. It's a ratio. And then when we're counting, 4 to 6, again, extends that out breath without us having to think about it too much. So our third breathing technique that I'm going to teach you is a little bit more physical. It's open and closed fist breathing. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe in, we're going to unfurl and open our fingers, a little bit like a flower opening, yes? And then when we breathe out, we're going to close it again. And open. Now, clearly you don't have to have your hands up here, yes? You can rest them on the table in front of you. I'm just a bit worried that you won't be able to see my hands if I rest them on the table. Or you can just let them drop onto your lap. This can be used wherever and however in your birth. If you're in the pool, Yes, you can have your hands opening and closing either under or on the water. If you're birthing at home in a nice dark corner of your bedroom, again, with your hands resting on your knees or your lap or your side, you can continue. Even if you're birthing in hospital and you're on the bed, and I know I spend my entire time saying, don't give birth on the bed. If you have had an epidural, you will be up there. And remember, an epidural really numbs you from your nipples down to your toes. So all of this you can still use. So you can still use this breath. And even if your birth were moving to a cesarean, long gone are the days of arms being strapped, and any practitioner asking to tie a woman's arms down during cesarean is no, your hands are free, okay? So you can just rest your hand to the side. And while they're prepping you, while the operation is taking place, you can just be breathing and out. Now remember, we don't want to go too tight. It's a flower opening and closing. So, we're all individuals. There's 3 fantastic breathing techniques. You need to practice them, so use them now while pregnant. Your birth partner should be using them now too. It will reduce any stress and anxiety. You will get better and better and more used to doing them. Then when you go into labour and everything else is happening around you, you just take your focus to the breath, whether it's the basic breath, whether it's counting, or whether it's open fist, close fist. All right? I would love to hear what you think about them, whether you've practiced them, which one you prefer, whether you have any questions about them. So pop any comments underneath in the comments section. Share this with your pregnant friends, okay? And remember, you have to practice breathing techniques before you go into labour. So practice, practice, practice. Thank you.